March 22nd, 2017 began as a typical overcast Wednesday in the heart of London. Tourists from across the globe thronged Westminster Bridge, their cameras aimed at the iconic Big Ben and the majestic Houses of Parliament, unaware that the symbol of British democracy was about to become a scene of unimaginable carnage. In a matter of mere seconds, the rhythmic pulse of the city was shattered by the screech of tyres and the screams of the innocent, as a lone man turned a hired SUV into a weapon of terror, leaving a trail of devastation that would forever change the lives of dozens and test the very fabric of a nation's security. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime before we carry on with the story. The clock struck 2:40 p.m. when a grey Hyundai Tucson, driven by 52-year-old Khalid Masood, suddenly veered onto the crowded pavement of Westminster Bridge. Accelerating to speeds of up to 76 miles per hour, Masood showed no mercy as he mowed down pedestrians who had been enjoying a peaceful afternoon stroll. The impact was catastrophic, sending bodies flying into the air and leaving the bridge littered with the injured and the dying. Among the chaos, one woman was thrown over the parapet, falling nearly 30 feet into the frigid, churning waters of the River Thames below, a haunting image that captured the sheer scale of the brutality unfolding in the heart of the capital. The carnage on the bridge was only the beginning of Masood's calculated rampage. After crashing his vehicle into the perimeter railings of the Palace of Westminster, he didn't hesitate. Armed with 2 large knives, he abandoned the wreckage and sprinted toward the new palace yard, a secure area where the nation's lawmakers gather. His target was clear, and his intent was lethal. As he breached the gates, he encountered PC Keith Palmer, an unarmed officer dedicated to protecting the very heart of the British government. In a frantic and violent struggle, Masood fatally stabbed the brave officer, a man who stood his ground in the face of pure evil to protect others. The sound of gunfire soon echoed through the historic courtyard as an armed close protection officer, witnessing the stabbing, moved in to neutralize the threat. 3 shots were fired, and Khalid Masood fell to the ground, his 82-second reign of terror finally brought to an end. In the immediate aftermath, the scene was one of desperate heroism. Passers-by, including Member of Parliament Tobias Ellwood, rushed to the side of the fallen PC Palmer, performing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation in a futile attempt to save his life. The image of a government minister with blood on his face, fighting to save a police officer, became a powerful symbol of the unity and resilience that would define London's response to the tragedy. As the dust settled, the investigation into Khalid Masood began to reveal a complex and troubling history. Born Adrian Russell Elms in Kent, he was a man with a long record of violent crime, including stabbings and grievous bodily harm, stretching back decades. His path to radicalization was a slow burn, fueled by a history of instability and a growing obsession with extremist ideologies. Though the Islamic State would later claim him as one of their soldiers, investigators found no evidence of a direct link or a wider conspiracy. Masood was a lone wolf, a man who had radicalized himself in the shadows, eventually deciding to wage his own personal jihad in a misguided quest for vengeance against Western military actions. The victims of that day were a diverse group reflecting the international spirit of London itself. Kurt Cochran, an American tourist celebrating his 25th wedding anniversary. Aisha Fraid, a mother and teacher on her way to pick up her children. Leslie Rhodes, a retired window cleaner, and Andreea Cristea, the young Romanian woman who had been thrown into the Thames. Each life lost was a story cut short, a family shattered by a senseless act of violence. Their names, along with that of PC Keith Palmer, are now etched into the history of Westminster, serving as a somber reminder of the human cost of extremism and the enduring bravery of those who run toward danger when others run away. In the years since the attack, the physical scars on Westminster Bridge have been repaired and new security measures have been installed to protect the public and the seat of government. Yet the psychological impact remains a lingering shadow over one of the world's most famous landmarks. The calendar of crime remembers the events of March 22nd not just as a day of tragedy, but as a testament to the strength of a community that refused to be cowed by fear. As we look back on those 82 seconds of horror, we honor the victims and the heroes, ensuring that their stories are never forgotten in the ongoing struggle for peace and security in an uncertain world.